Welcome to the Deep Dive, your shortcut to being well-informed. Today, we're plunging into a fascinating world where classic design meets some pretty clever engineering.
That's right. It's where heritage and innovation kind of intersect.
Exactly. And our mission for this deep dive, we want to really unpack the details of one specific watch that seems to promise, well, a lot more than you might expect for the price. We've been looking at a detailed review, and honestly, what we've found challenges some common ideas about watchmaking.
It absolutely does. Because, in the world of mechanical watches, the usual thinking is pretty simple. More complexity, more features. Well, that means a much steeper price tag.
Almost always.
Right.
Yeah.
It often holds true. But look at the Van Speyk Courage collection. It's a really intriguing exception.
How so?
Well, this series basically challenges the whole notion. It offers significant features, a really distinct, elegant style, and it comes in just under €1,000.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a genuine discovery, I think. Unexpected value and craftsmanship where you might not expect to find this level of, let's say, ambition.
I'm genuinely excited to figure out how this Dutch family-owned company pulls it off. How they deliver a bit more than just the running time, as they say, without a crazy price tag.
It feels like a masterclass in smart design and sourcing, doesn't it?
It really does.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's unpack this.
Yeah.
When you first look at the Courage, what's the immediate vibe? Does it scream value watch, or is it more subtle?
Oh, it definitely surprises you. My first impression. It looks like a very stylish, very classy mechanical watch.
Okay.
The base is a solid stainless steel case. It's 41 millimeter across, 14 millimeter thick.
14 mil. Is that a bit thick for a dress watch?
Well, some might prefer it a bit slimmer maybe, but honestly it wears really well, especially considering the complications inside.
Right.
And you also get the option of yellow or rose gold plating, which definitely boosts that classic look. But what's really interesting is how the details work together, like the bowl-shaped crown. It's beautifully done. Got the Van Speyk monogram etched on it.
Nice touch.
Exactly. And practical things, too, like sapphire crystals front and back. It all gives it this high-end feel, but somehow they keep it out of that next price bracket. It's just, well, thoughtful choices all around.
You mentioned thoughtful details. Anything specific that really jumped out as, particularly clever? Something that shows their commitment at this price?
Absolutely. There's a little corrector. It's kind of hidden in the bottom right lug.
Okay. What's that for?
It's for adjusting the Moonphase. It's
Yeah.
a really smart touch. Makes it much easier to set than, fiddling with the crown through multiple positions. More user-friendly.
That is clever. And the finishing on the case itself?
It's mostly polished,
Right.
gives it that nice dressy shine. But the tops of the lugs have this matte brushing.
A bit of contrast.
Exactly. Just adds a little bit of refinement, And practically speaking, it's rated for 50 meters water resistance.
Which, for a dress watch on leather, is pretty decent, right?
Look, you're not going diving with it, obviously.
No.
But it means it can handle getting caught in the rain or, an accidental splash by the sink or pool. Gives you that peace of mind for everyday wear.
Okay, so the outside is already making a strong case.
Yeah.
But the dial,
Mm-hmm.
that's often where the real story is told, isn't it?
Definitely.
And this black dial, you mentioned it has numerous indications, but somehow it still looks really clean.
Mm-hmm.
How do they manage that? Are there other colors? What are the design tricks here?
Yeah, it's a neat bit of design work. The black dial has this subtle sunray brush finish.
Yeah.
Very elegant.
Mm-hmm.
It also comes in blue or silvery white.
Yeah.
And you can get steel-colored hands or blued hands depending on the dial.
Okay, options are good.
Right. Then around the edge, you've got a fine white printed minutes track. Simple, clear. Inside that, applied hour markers and numerals, all polished.
Keeps it bright.
Yeah, and the central hour and minute hands are leaf-shaped, also polished. Very classic. But here's the clever part, I think. The subdials. You've got small seconds, the Moonphase, and the power reserve. They all have this snailed finish.
Snailed. Like a circular pattern.
Exactly. It's this fine concentric texture. It catches the light differently, makes each subdial distinct, and adds a real touch of, well, higher-end finishing. It gives depth without making it look cluttered.
I see. So texture separates the information visually.
Precisely. And this specific combination of indicators, small seconds, Moonphase, and power reserve, you genuinely don't see that often together in watches under €1,000.
Really?
Yeah, it's a very welcome trait. Makes it stand out quite a bit.
That's a really clever way to handle complexity visually. Okay, so the design is smart, but, a watch is only as good as its engine.
Sure.
What's ticking inside the Courage? What makes the movement special, especially when we keep coming back to this price point? This feels like where the real value has to be.
It really does. And the movement is from STP Swiss Technology Production.
Ah, so it is Swiss-made then.
Correct. It's officially Swiss-made. Specifically, it's the STP2 1263 caliber. And this is one of their more complicated movements. Definitely not your basic time-only job.
Okay, what does it do?
It runs the central hours and minutes, obviously. Then you have the small seconds in that subdial at 9 o'clock.
God.
You get the moon phase indication over at 3 o'clock. And then, this is pretty cool, at 6 o'clock, you have a retrograde power reserve display.
Retrograde, so it doesn't go all the way around.
Exactly. The hand moves along an arc to show how much power is left, and when it's empty or when you wind it fully, it snaps instantly back to the start, adds a bit of, visual flair.
That sounds pretty sophisticated for this price.
It is. And technically, it runs at a nice modern 28,800 vibrations per hour. That's 4 hertz, gives you a smooth sweep second hand. And it has a 42-hour power reserve, which is practical.
Any other tech specs worth mentioning?
Yeah, actually. It uses a non-magnetic Nivaflex hairspring.
Oh, that's a good feature. Helps with accuracy around phones and laptops and things.
Precisely. It improves accuracy and resistance to everyday magnetic fields. That's an upgrade you often find in much pricier watches.
Okay.
And even the rotor, the bit that winds the watch visible through the sapphire case back, they've customized it with the Van Speyk monogram and brand name.
Again, another detail that punches above its weight.
It really does. It all adds to the perceived quality, especially, as you say, for a watch in this category.
It truly speaks volumes about their approach.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, let's bring it all together. We've got the design, the fancy complications, the Swiss movement, what are the final touches, the strap, and crucially, reminding us of that price again.
Right. So the black dial version we've mostly been talking about comes on either a brown or a black leather strap.
Okay.
Both have an embossed alligator pattern. Looks quite smart. And they've included quick release push pins.
Convenient for swapping straps.
Very. Makes it easy to change the look. And it comes with a folding clasp, which feels secure.
And the price tag for all this?
The retail price is EUR 999. That includes taxes.
99. Okay.
Yeah. So when you consider you're getting a Swiss-made automatic movement with Moonphase and a retrograde power reserve, plus all those design details we talked about, it really is an exceptional value proposition, a proper bang-for-buck watch.
It truly seems to outperform its price point by quite a margin.
Mm-hmm.
So wrapping this up, what does this all mean for you, the listener?
Well, we've seen how this Van Speyk Courage manages to blend a really classic dress watch aesthetic
Yeah, very elegant.
with some surprisingly complex features like that moon phase and a retrograde power reserve. And it's all powered by a Swiss automatic movement.
All in a package that, frankly, defies expectations for under €1,000. It's quite a blend of accessibility and genuine watchmaking sophistication.
What's really fascinating here, I think, is how this watch challenges our assumptions. Those deeply held beliefs about what you have to pay for real horological complexity and unique features.
It makes you rethink things, doesn't it?
It does. It raises a really important question. When does really thoughtful design and, let's be honest, smart sourcing create a value proposition that genuinely stands out, even when you put it up against competitors costing much, much more? What does that tell us about the watch industry?
And that's a great point. So this deep dive hopefully encourages you to think about what that blend of accessibility and sophistication means for your own understanding of value, not just in watches, but in any kind of craftsmanship. Something to mull over. Until next time, keep exploring.